Hey YouTube. So I'm new to shaving my armpits with a razor, and I didn't know you couldn't put deodorant on right after because it irritates your skin. So like I was sitting on my bed and like all of a sudden it just like really started itching, and I'm just like, oh my god, it itches. And my friend was on the opposite bed of mine, and she was like, what are you doing? I'm like, it itch. I shaved earlier. This razor supposed to shave right? I mean, it's supposed to itch right here too. She was like, yeah. And I'm like, why does it itch? Is it always supposed to itch? She was like, no. I'm like, why does it itch then? She's like, well, usually like if you put deodorant on right after. And I just stopped like I did. She was like, oh, you should just put like alcohol. You'd have been fine. I'm like, where was you when I started shaving? Like, you could have just popped your head in like, oh, don't put no deodorant on. Put alcohol, and walked out the door. So she was like, yeah, you should have just put alcohol on. I was mad because I was like scratching the mess up like I had chicken pox under my arms. But yeah, I want to say thank you to my floor mates because they advertised our video. Bored with floor mates. Yeah, the more viewers the better. So I was happy about that. I want to thank my roommate for letting me use her webcam to post my videos. I don't know if I acknowledged her in the first or second video, but I like to thank my roommate. I think my best friend is mocking my videos because he randomly just made a video blog. Well, he's already had a YouTube, but he made a video and was like, yeah, I'ma just update my YouTube and let people know how I'm doing and what I'm up to while I'm at school. And I stopped and was like, didn't I say that in my first video? Like, almost in exact words. But then I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I don't really think he's mocking me. But anyway, I want to acknowledge my best friend. His YouTube name is ToucanThaGreat. ToucanThaGreat. And again, that's my best friend. He's going away to school at University of Toledo, and he's going to play football. Yay. And then I want to acknowledge my sucking at writing. I am not good at writing. Like, I like to read, but when it comes to me writing my own material, it's like I'm not good at expounding on what I'm trying to say. I'm just more specific and straight to the point. So when I say something, I'm blunt about it. And that's not always good when it comes to writing because it's like, oh, you need to expand what you're trying to say. Because like I'm doing an English paper, it's called a definitional argument, and like I basically defined a word, my definition, and then like refute somebody else's definition. So I found a definition that said rape is the act of crime committed by a man against a woman, forcing sexual intercourse on her without will. And so I'm like, well, what happens when a man gets raped by a man, or a woman gets raped by a woman, or a man gets raped by a woman? Would that be just sexual assault, like, or is it still considered rape? Because in this definition, it's just saying man on woman, and the other terms are not in there. So when it comes to these conditions, what happens is it's just sexual assault, because that's not as deep as rape. And sexual assault could be like molesting, which is not technically rape because you can get fondled and touched on, and that's molesting, but not forced to have sex, which is rape. So anyway, I'm just using that, and I used the documentary called No Escape: Prisons in America, and it's by Gabriel London, and basically was documenting this 17-year-old boy named Rodney Hewlin in Texas who was getting raped in jail, and he was reporting his rapes, but like they were ignoring it, and somebody even said that he liked it, and he repeatedly kept asking to be protected in jail because things were going on, and they were denying it, and they were saying that if he couldn't prove it, then it was going to get denied even more, and it kept getting denied. But it's like, if you have these exams, if you have proven evidence that he was examined and he has anal tearing, then technically he's getting raped. And if he's asking for protection, it's for a reason. It's not just, oh, I need protection. And then he was asking, please sir, help me, in his written request, and they were still saying denied. But yeah, he eventually was asked to be protected because he's like, well, I'm getting threatened, jumped, and I almost been stabbed multiple times, and they still denied him protection. So he eventually took his own life because he couldn't deal with the physical, mental, and sexual abuse. And that's crazy. That's one of my examples of man on man. And then you have women on women. I don't know, I haven't found an example, but I'm guessing that happens in jail too, and probably outside of jail. You know how they say rape can be from a friend or family member or yeah. So that's my example. I used a website called Our Body Ourselves is a health resource center website. It's a nonprofit organization. But yeah, I use that website. And then with the male being raped by a woman, I use Antoine Fisher because they show him as a child being raped by one of his foster guardians. And you don't see it, but you hear it. You hear her talking to him seductively, and then he's like running out the house. You hear her talking seductively, and then like kind of sort of making noises and moaning. And then he runs out the house to his friend's house, and he's like breathing heavy and just like staring off in shock. And he's like, "She did it again, didn't she?" And he's just sitting there, and you can tell like it's not the first time it happened. But yeah, then I just was like, I don't know. I guess I'm starting to miss my family more, because like I'm starting to feel isolated. Me myself, I'm isolating myself more from the people that are here in this program. Like, yeah, I should go out and socialize and get to know people more, but it's like I miss some of my friends and my family, so I don't really want to be around anybody but them. So I have to wait all the way into the weekend, and that sucks. So I'm starting to isolate myself, and sometimes I wear dark clothes and makeup. I haven't done it here yet, but sometimes I do like wear dark makeup and stuff like that, but I don't even have my makeup bag to do so. In dark clothing, I just try and just like dress happy and try and make it change my mood, because I sometimes use the makeup and the clothing to express how I feel, but I haven't done it yet. But I'll get over it. I'll try, you know, not be so downward about it and be like, oh, I don't want to be here and stuff like that. Just change it around and be like, oh, well, let me see what this person's doing and find something to do. Not just be like, oh, I have nothing to do, I'm not going to do anything, then just sit by myself. And then, like, I want to go to Chicago. I've been trying to go to Chicago for like 2 weeks now, and I still haven't. And I miss my aunt, my uncle, and my little cousin. So hopefully I'll be going out there soon. And I might just make a video when I go out there, me and my little cousin. She's so adorable. But yeah, that's basically about it. I guess I'm gonna get back to writing this paper, try and write some more. I basically have, like, I'll say 3 pages, and that's not good because I need 8 to 10, which is not fun at all. But I'll do the best I can. So I guess I'm gonna get back to that. This is just a brief update of how I've been doing and feeling lately. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm TeeBeeYou.